A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel, The Twin Flame Union. In this channeling session, I would be addressing all those people who are feeling guilty of not being able to move on from their twin flames, or who are getting really upset, like about the connection or what the connection has done to them. So, just a while back, I have also shared a session on difference between karmic and twin flame relationships. You can go through that also once. That will give you more clarity. But the reason why you cannot forget your twin flame is because you guys are the same connection actually. Like you are the same. You are purposely here for each other. In the sense, it's not like you said, okay, I'm going to go to planet Earth only for you. You had a mission, you had a combined mission, or when you came for to planet Earth, if you're elder to your twin flame, like if you're a decade elder to them or something like that, then you can imagine that they probably went down for you because they saw how much abuse you were going through, and they realized that the abuse has gone too far. So that too was already a part of the plan, that just in case the abuse goes very far and one of the twin flame who's supposed to play one of the role gets too stuck into the dark zone or into the hellish zone, then the other is born in a much better situation to balance it out. Okay, so financially they could be much better than you, or they could be in a family where the parents are very smart with money, so they learn about money. And then when they are coming, and I'm sure about other things also, like relationships, they are very good with karmic relationships, or they are very good with the societal image and things like that. But they also took a risk because they knew that if they are going to be born in a template which is going to be very opposite from you, or in some way it was done to help you or to balance things for you, then they will also fall into a very dark zone. But they also know, before coming here, they also know that when you will heal, when you will ascend, because you are connected, right? So with their coming into the scene, you will get balanced anyhow, and when you will heal yourself, you will work on your ascension and you will ascend, truly ascend, then they will also have to ascend, because that's going to happen, because you're both connected. You can't run away from each other. Technically, you can't go away from each other. When you think about each other, also you're going to think about each other fondly and with a surety that this person loves me. I don't know about all the other things that the worldly people talk about, marriage or engagement or this or that, but I know mentally also to be in sync with someone is not an easy task. With the karmic relationships, it so happens that they disgust you. At the end, they disgust you. So when you think about them after learning the lesson, also you're going to feel bad for them. You know that they cannot fix it, and you also know that the day you're going to make some kind of materialistic achievement which will put them into a wow zone, they will come running after you, or they will contact you, or they will be like, oh, I'm so impressed by you, I'm sorry what I did in the past, and this and that. They're going to do that. So that's the reason why people confuse them with the karmics or even the false twin. False twins are basically psychos. So the reason why you meet a psycho or you are in a relationship with a psycho is because in your childhood you came across a psycho, you met a psycho, or you saw a psycho in your family, because every family has such weird character. Or if not family, maybe in the neighborhood, or maybe somewhere where everybody pampered this psycho. And when I say family, I don't say immediate family. It could be, for example, one of your uncle is married to a woman who's a total psycho, or one of your aunt is married to a man who's a total psycho. But your aunt, as well as other people, they pamper this psycho a lot. Psychos are normally people who think that my way is the highway. Okay, and again, in the worldly perspective, not in a spiritual zone. In the spiritual zone, if you think that God is only one and one love is true love, or we are all equal, these are truths. These are not points which say my way or highway. This is not my way or highway. This is everyone's way. Anyone who ascends will begin to think like this. So for that, if you are going to stand against a whole wall great wall of, people in front of you, in your family or in your whatever. Mostly it is family where you have to first manage all these things, and then other people come in the picture. Then you are going in the right direction and you will be guided and you will be supported. But these psychos, they are only supported by their own people. Like if a man is a total psycho, it's because the mother over pampered him, and the mother is an evil woman. So an evil woman raises a child and she over pampers the child. So much so that she turns him into this overprivileged man who thinks that he is the end all and be all of this world and he can do anything to other people. Okay? And unfortunately or fortunately, you attract this man and you date this man. So in the beginning, all psychos look very nice because this is what they do. They're going to show you a very beautiful image of them, and then slowly and gradually, the more you depend on them, the more they'll understand that this person depends on me, and then I can do whatever I want with them. Twin flame, the reason why your twin flame DM runs away, which is a good thing. Later on, you will actually thank your DM that he ran away from you, because he does not want to see you in those codependent energies. He does not like to see you like that. He does not like to see you when you're crying and cribbing for him, obsessing for him, saying things like, I'm gonna die without you, I can't live without you. He feels horrible to be in love with a woman who's like so much in lower frequencies. And why does the feminine act like this in front of him? Because she has gone through a lot. She's gone through a lot. She's done a lot of inner work. And after doing a lot of inner work, finally she meets the twin flame and she knows that this is the one for me. This is the person I love. And I don't want to do anything now. I don't want to date anyone. I don't want to go after anyone. I don't want to entertain people. I'm very happy just, being in love with this person. And I know he loves me too. And it can be opposite also. He, she, doesn't matter gender. It's not gender specific. Okay. Obviously the man also thinks the same way for you, that I love her. I love her. But at that point in time, he could see very clearly that these attributes and these behavior patterns cannot be acceptable by me. So he runs away. And that's the time he thinks that she is not the one for me. Maybe I love the wrong person. Maybe I am confused and this and that. And when she works on herself, she upgrades herself, and then she sees his toxicities. But they don't go back to each other, hounding and cursing each other and then coming back, and they don't play this game. One permanent separation, when it happens in a twin flame couple, it is a long separation or a short separation. But if it's an intense separation, I think it has to be a little bit long. Otherwise, you can't really learn the lessons of the life that are given to you, and given by your own soul, of course. So that is a twin flame relationship, and that's why you cannot forget that person, because you know that whatever you are today is because of the way they ran away from you. Maybe you will also run away from them. It's not a guarantee that only they'll run away from you. And maybe you ran and chased before many times. You had at least 7 or 6, 8 cycles of running and chasing, and then when you got somewhere, like they gave you a love confession that you know what, I do want to admit that all these years and whatever running, chasing we are doing, you are the person I keep coming back to for a reason, because I genuinely love you and I'll always love you. I always love you. I belong to you. Like, they will say it and they mean it. Or they will get engaged with you, or they will get married to you. Something they'll do, some kind of a thing they will do with you, and then they will run away. See, if they want to enjoy with you like a false twin would do. False twins, they can have 3 or 5 affairs happening on the side and you won't even get to know. They would go to some party and they know it's a party. I've told my wife or I've told my girlfriend or whatever, whosoever, like you can, as per whatever your relationship is. It doesn't matter wife, husband or boyfriend, girlfriend, according to me. Because for me, if you ask me, I'm a hermit since birth. Honestly, I find worldly relationships very difficult. I cannot even imagine, like when I look at a woman having a child, I get very like, oh my God, this is not an easy thing to do. Because karmically also, if you have children, then you have to then work on that karma also, because it's your mission is your children. If you reproduce biological children, then those children become your karma for sure. And this is what happened with Sita also. This is what happened with Parvati also. When Shiva and Parvati had their own children, the next thing was, after Ganesha's birth, both the boys they were raising, they wanted to make sure that our boys are like pure, authentic people. And then they spent a lot of time doing that, And Shiva was a hardcore hermit. Shiva is like no other hermit. Basically, a hermit living a householder's life. This is a twin flame. Now, I don't know how many of you will get it, but this is a twin flame. A hermit who lives a householder's life. This is a twin flame relationship. Okay? So, both of you are hermits. Don't think that only I am a hermit and he is not. So, both of you are going to always find a problem with these concepts, marriage, commitment, like the worldly way. But when you meet each other, you know you're married to each other. You know that. You know this is the only person I love. I can maybe date other people. I can go out for coffee with someone. I can even have a crush on someone. But this is the one I love. And I don't know why the hell I love this person. I don't know why. So when you go away from each other, it's all about working on yourselves. Okay. So you will not going to think about them with hatred or anything. You'll always be very nice about it. Like, thanks to this person, you're going to say that. And this is the reason why, when some people from no contact to contact, when they proceed from no contact to contact, they don't even get to know when that happens. A lot of them have told me that we didn't talk for a long time, but, suddenly we started talking and that's it. That's how it is now, So, that's one thing. Now, karmic confusion happens when you do the same type of pattern with karmic, but you're not doing any inner work. You're only going down, 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 down. With a false twin, you'll feel like you are really like, what are you stuck into? What is this nonsense? So coming back to that thing that when you were a child, you saw that a psycho is being pampered by everybody. Like nobody is saying anything. Nobody is calling the police on this psycho. Nobody is going and slapping this psycho. Nobody is telling this psycho to get out. On the contrary, even if this psycho makes all these horrendous mistakes, they are pampering the psycho. Like, okay, no problem. It's a mistake. You're a child. They're complimenting the psycho. So the psychos can be drug addicts. The psychos can be alcohol addicts. The psychos can be sex addicts. The psychos can be anything. And if you are in love with one, or you're assuming that it's my twin flame, then there are two things that will happen with you. You will suffer a lot. But you will meet your twin flame for sure. Because those people who meet a false twin and get out of it, they are going to meet the twin flame very soon after the whole thing is over. Very soon, as in, I would say when you're completely sure that I'm not going back to this. This is done. This is over with. In this life, this is not happening. And even if their thought comes in your mind, sometimes you will think that, if some good things comes in your mind, you will know that they were not doing anything good. And you will always be like, God bless them. God bless them. God bless them. Whosoever they are with, God bless them too. They need the blessings more than anyone else. Mostly when a psycho ends up in a very long-term relationship, like a marriage or something, either they have to attract someone like themselves. So both of them are going to be like codependent psychos, So I'm not going to get into that direction right now because there is no scope of inner work over there. So why should we even talk about it? That is just, their life is meant to be like that. They are here to, some past life karmas, they did something wrong. They tortured some people. So now they'll have to go through it. So this is not our cup of tea. Our cup of tea is inner work and ascension. That is our work. So let them go wherever they go. With the twin flame, number one reason is that they are your true love. They are your masculine or feminine counterpart, whichever they are. So you are the same people basically. Your core is the same, so you cannot forget them. So energetically you both are on the same level. That's the simple way of understanding why you cannot forget them. But purposely you are here to do some work, and because of that you choose different templates which you both have to heal. He has to heal his template and you have to heal your template. Okay, so now it's like you even could say that you have the same DNA system. So there is no change or there is no difference in you, but then you also understand each other. Like if you feel personally as a spiritual twin who's in the spiritual journey and the other one is in the matrix journey, if you feel personally that my twin is not able to understand my point of view right now, or you can see very easily that they are suffering right now, you're not going to be like serves him right, enjoying, now you get it, now you get back what you did to me. You're not going to say like that. You're going to have compassion for them, and you're going to see that the reason why they are going through this situation is because they are doing certain 3D things, or they have some kind of 3D programming left in them that needs to go. And it's okay. Let them take their time. If they need 2 years, 3 years, whatever it is they need, then it's okay. In the meantime, for example, they are doing something, they are not talking to you, they don't want to talk to you, whatever, and you have very positive feelings towards them. And I'm talking about extreme cases when they're completely blocked and completely not talking. That's extreme case. Then that definitely means that the spiritual twin has to do a good amount of inner work, because they've gotten really codependent with that person, or even in the idea of 3D love. Okay. So by chance that happens, that's I've already told you. Second thing is, if you're talking to each other, but you're not like, living in, again, these are 3D goals. I would like to say, best is to be completely on your own in any which way. But say you're talking to each other, you like each other, but you can't stop living your life. Twin flame does not mean you stop living your life and obsess over them. There are some people who are married already. They met their twin flame when they were very young, when they were in college. Then they had a good time with each other, they loved each other, and all of those things happened. And then something happened, and maybe destiny played a role. In some cases, it's clearly, you can see it's destiny, clearly it's destiny. So they went away and you went away, and then you got married to someone else and they got married to someone else. And then suddenly years later, when you're having a spiritual awakening, you end up meeting them, or they contact you. And at that time, because you're having a spiritual awakening, you're going through very low phase. You're very scared about what's happening to you. That's when they contact you and they tell you, it's all right, I'm there with you. We are always going to be as good friends. Because true love is what? True love is friendship. True love is taking care of yourself. In the Hindu marriage also, there are 7 vows, and out of one of those vows, the main vow is that we are going to be each other's best friends for the rest of our life. But how many people follow that vow? Tell me. How many people do it? They don't. So actually marriage means to be one another's best friend. So that's why twin flame have a divine marriage, in which they decide to be that I'm going to be this person's very good friend. So as a true friend, I'm not going to bow down to their whims and fancies, and I'm not going to let them be dependent on other people or on me. So if they are running away from you, then you need to understand that you must also be chasing them way too much. You must be reacting a lot. You must be getting scared a lot. Let them do what they want to do. If they want to run away, then they also need to do a lot of work, because they feel that they have to make a lot of effort for you. And when anyone makes a lot of efforts, please understand there is a considerable amount of energy that goes into it. And that's why a lot of people, they feel drained when they have too many karmic implants into them. They feel drained. So even when you fall in love with your twin flame, you feel very sad. Some days you're very excited, some days you're very sad. That this relationship cannot work because we have so many differences. It could be difference of social status, it could be difference of caste, it could be difference of maybe country. You're in 2 different countries, completely opposite countries. Anything. There are so many things that happen, in one person's life. So that does not mean that you'll stop living your life. You should never stop living your life, no matter what phase of twin flame journey you are in. Alright? Running is also good, because when they run a lot, They do everything. They try every goddamn thing on the world, in the earth. And then eventually they realize that they can never run away from true love. True love is the only thing that one cannot run away from, because we are made of true love. So they are only running away because you don't show them the worldly desires, or your worldly thing is very less. But in order to get your mission going, then you need resources, and you cannot beg to people, right? So you need to work. So you need to show it to them that I can work, I can do this, I can do that, I can be independent, and they'll realize their mistake and they'll come back to you, blah, blah, blah. But just in case you are already living a life and you feel happy in that life, you feel complete in that life, then my suggestion is to continue doing that. And this is the reason why I tell people, the only reason why you feel loss of energy, you feel drained, you feel lack of motivation, is because now all your interest and all your energy is gone into the twin flame or to any other relationship. You need to take that attention away and you need to put it in your mission work. Once you put it in your mission work, even your twin will start respecting you a lot. They'll also think like, wow, this person is doing so much. I'm so inspired by her, or I'm so inspired by him. That always happens, always. And with your, with your energy upliftment, they get inspired by you. So it's like you both play that yin and yang character all the time, Yin and yang means there is no separation actually. Both are one, So if you are feeling guilty about not being able to forget your twin flame, then my suggestion is to don't feel guilty, because guilt and shame, they are lowest in the levels of consciousness chart. They are on the lowest. Lowest is shame, and just above it is guilt. And if somebody is experiencing guilt and shame, that means they are in the lowest hell. Because people who live in hell, basically they go through all these emotions. So don't think hell, heaven, all these things are some kind of a location-wise place. That's not the case. When people say, I'm flying above the clouds, I'm floating on the clouds, that is because they are experiencing some very positive feelings, which is like the great void, or it's like some kind of a total awareness, non-duality, divine grace and love union. When they feel all these things, that's when they say I'm in nirvana, or I'm in enlightenment, or things like that, experiences like that. The lowest is guilt and shame. So please get out of guilt and shame as soon as possible. For private sessions, personal readings, guidance on dream interpretation, counseling and therapies, please go through the description box first. And once you're sure, write to me at thesunamoon@gmail.com. You could be wanting to know about your twin flame journey. You could even be confused. If you are in a twin flame journey, or you're dating a karmic or a false twin and you're confused about it, so you can always ask the spirit guides or to help you out with it. However, when it comes to twin flame intuitive readings, I prefer not knowing anything from you about your twin flame journey before the reading in advance, because we need to get the best and the most accurate answers that boost your ascension journey. So we will discuss your journey during the reading. People ask me this question during the readings also, that why you don't want me to tell you everything about my journey. That's because it's common sense. If any reader knows everything about you in advance, then are you sure that they are going to do a genuine reading for you? Of course not. But within the session, as we get into the reading, it always happens, because the answers come in such a manner that the twin flame journey is automatically discussed. Alright? So in case of therapies, it's very important that you share with me different facets of your life and you do the assignments given to you, so that the wounded inner child, which is the primary reason why adult is going through separation, is healed. Without the 5D union, 3D union is not possible. Even though I'll tell you people not to focus on 3D union, focus more on your 5D union. You can get the book In the Name of Love, which has 5 channel twin flame stories based on 5 different types of twin flame dynamics. This link is given in the description box, along with the links to other YouTube channels which act as ascension content. As much as food is important for the body, the right type of content is required for the mind. We need to deprogram negativity and keep up with the ascension lifestyle, because ascension is a lifestyle. So, my friends, I hope by now you've understood why you are not able to forget your twin. But if you are getting into a negative zone constantly, then either you need to do some amount of healing and therapy work which will release you, which will remove that anger. You need to transmutate that anger you have with your twin into love, so that you can live peacefully. Only when you live peacefully and with contentment, only then you can do your mission work properly, right? So on this note, I will close this channeling session over here. Thank you so much for being here with me. One love and peace out.